Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you come for education, analysis, and opportunities in blockchain and crypto. My name is Lucas.
I'm Jacob.
And we've got a special follow-up, another technical how-to. And before I get started, let me just say, well, we did how to provide liquidity. This is the DeFi 2.0, really how to get involved in crypto and blockchain and to diversify into the different communities. That way you can add value and partake of the rewards and value that come from the many different projects out there. This is not financial advice. This is just educational information. We are learning more every day, and there's more knowledge out there than there is for us to soak up. So we're sharing what we can. If you know of a project, drop it in the comments, let us know. We will do our research and add to that. And if we can explain it well enough, we'll even share it with others. So that's how this whole knowledge thing works. If you like learning about the nuances of crypto and all this good stuff, where the opportunities are, then don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, drop a comment, all that good stuff. And without further hold up, let's kind of talk about this. So you maybe went to a Bitcoin, Ethereum ATM. You maybe went to a website or through Coinbase or through some centralized. You got one of the major cryptos out there, but you're wondering how to get off these centralized exchanges, or if you've never been on them, where to take some of this crypto that you have and where to kind of switch it out. We're talking about where to go to exchange and diversify into different chains, because I guess Jacob, explain a little bit for those who may not be aware, but there's a difference between trading between smart contracts on a chain and then having that same interoperability between different chains.
Oh, yeah. And today's focus is on that interoperability between different chains. DeFi started off really on Ethereum, where UniSwap was born, and you could change between tokens, different ERC20s, and you would have things like 1inch, you would have things like basic attention token, curve, compound, DAI, and you could swap between those. But as more smart contract blockchains popped up, you kind of have this problem of like separated ecosystems. And so now the big movement in this space is bridges, being able to go from one blockchain to this other blockchain without having to use a centralized exchange and have that singular point of failure.
And I add to that, not just the centralized exchange, but there's also the intermediary risk, because whether you get wrapped Bitcoin traditionally from like Ren protocol or some other third party, or of course you've got USDC and USDT Tether. Many of these wrapped assets that are turned into smart contracts, there is a counterparty risk there, because you aren't dealing directly from a native chain. Someone has to be there to take the Bitcoin and to code it and to vault it and to secure it off chain, while this new wrapped Bitcoin is exchanged in process and held in custody until an equal amount or some amount is returned. And that's a service. So when you find these services done automatically through the blockchain in a decentralized manner, that's really what this technology, that's the unleashed power. That's really what's so beautiful about it, is now we're finding ways where instead of wrapping Bitcoin and trading it on Ethereum and then having to find somewhere that you can go to unwrap it to get your Bitcoin back, you found places where someone can take their Ethereum, swap it for Bitcoin, and have that native Bitcoin go to that. We're talking about native chains, Avalanche, Harmony, Ethereum, not wrapped versions. But of course, the decentralized exchange, the pools, the liquidity providing, and how these ecosystems are being built, that remains the same. And I guess with this, we can go into, because really what we want to talk about is where to go and who is who are the pioneers and the cutting edge in providing this service and these tools. And one of them that you have found and discovered and are sharing with the beautiful people here, smashing, they say, the like button, is what? Relay, app.RelayChain. Of course, we're going to leave all the links below, but talk to us a little bit about this, brother.
Yeah, so I actually found RelayChain when I was looking for a solution to bridge from Harmony to Binance Smart Chain. And I kind of don't like the user interface of the Horizon bridge, which is the traditional blockchain bridge that they would use. And it really only goes from Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum and Harmony. Those are the three that they use. And so I found RelayChain very recently just had a partnership with Harmony. And so you can trade from any single one of these blockchains, and you can switch your RPC and your MetaMask to be able to go from chain to chain. And honestly, it's amazing. I think it's very well thought out. You would buy their token on whatever blockchain it is that you want to swap from, and you would swap it from one blockchain to another. And it's all native to the chain. So you're not getting a synthetic version of Relay, you're getting Relay on that chain. And I really, really love that, because Relay is on all of these different chains, and you can just swap between each and every single one. So I could go from Harmony to Shiden, Shiden to Ethereum, Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain, to Avalanche, to MoonRiver. It's it's everywhere. And
so this is the cross-chain bridge. If someone were to come to this and say transfer, this is, let's say you have MIM, Magic Internet Money, or you've got USDC, or you have wrapped Bitcoin, or you have wrapped ETH, or various digital assets. You can choose which chain, which one you have that you have this digital asset. You pick right here what your native chain is, and then of course it'll show your current chain. You pick the destination chain. In this case, Harmony. They got Shiden Network, Fantom, MoonRiver, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, building blocks. I mean, this is just growing. And of course, you select the token that you have. You can paste the address just like you do with UniSwap. And there you go. You'll pick the amount and you'll transfer, and it will bridge it for you. Here you go. This is where you can bridge your own digital assets from one chain to the next. This is where you go. This is how you do it. Now, let's say you want to go a different. Oh, is that where it sends you to swap?
yeah,
No.
so actually what it is RelayChain, you actually have to buy their token to swap between chains. You're only swapping the RelayChain token, not any other token other than RelayChain and what is it, QI, which I personally I didn't do my due diligence on QI. I'm more focused on Relay.
It sounds like Chi from Benji or Banky from Avalanche, although it's not the same symbol at all. So I'm sure that they're not related. But it's interesting that they both have the same name in that sense, because they're called Chi tokens for the Avalanche lending and supply borrowing protocol. So, okay, the cross-chain bridge on these is only for the Relay token itself.
Yeah, for the most part, Relay and Chi are the only two tokens that really go across chains. There are a couple of different options that you have. So if you switch from Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain instead of Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Smart Chain, and then go to select token. You have a couple other tokens that you can pick from. But for the most part, the one that's completely interoperable with each and every chain is going to be Relay. So it's, in my opinion, it's just better to hold Relay token for when you want to swap using the Relay app.
Interesting. So I'm curious, if you go to Fantom and you give permission to switch the network. This is live action. You can see we don't edit and we learn on the go too. I thought that they were a bridge for different assets, but they're actually just for the relay. So this is
That's
really,
that's actually, you're getting confused with AnySwap, which does that.
yeah,
That's the
we're
next
coming,
one.
we're coming to that next. I want to see what happens when I click swap from the Fantom network and it sends me welcome to the Fantom wallet. Send, receive, and stake your Opera. So this is how to get a wallet. So it appears if anyone from RelayChain is watching, we will hashtag you. It appears that the Relay app does not have the swap because there's Spooky Swap and Spirit Swap. We actually just did a Fantom complete ecosystem video. So if you want to learn everything, where to go to farm your LP and all that stuff, we've got more coming out. Fantom, not everything, but a lion's share of what's being built and what's going on over there. So, okay, so their swap takes you to the wallet. But this right here, it's great that you have a token that already is interoperable with so many different chains itself. It sounds like Relay is making a play at being a real token of value in the future for having that. I wonder what are the tokenomics behind Relay. Are you familiar with the tokenomics behind the distribution and how all that works?
I'm familiar with some of it, which if you actually go down and click more, and if you go to documents or white paper, either one, I mean, white paper is what I read.
The white paper is traditionally, unless it's called a teal paper or something else, is traditionally in crypto where you go in what you read to understand the game theory, the tokenomics, the design, the architecture, the intention and purpose. So that is Relay allows traders to reach many markets simultaneously by integrating cross-chain swaps into popular, okay, dApps and wallets, bringing new arbitrage opportunities, which the more arbitrage opportunities is better. It creates less stickiness between different chains and more price stability. So that's nice. For the rest of us, Relay means we can move crypto between blockchains with simplicity, security, and speed, making cross-chain DeFi accessible to the masses. Relay is the premier bridge of DeFi, unifying the decentralized world and rewarding the holders who help. Relay allows traders to reach many markets simultaneously by integrating cross-chain swaps into popular DEX, SEX, dApps, and wallets, bringing new arbitrage opportunities and increased exposure to lucrative trades. They have said that a couple times in the quick reading of this, but that's okay. That means they must really mean it. Oh, look, actually, this whole thing was repeated. So there must have just been a typo or something where they copied and pasted it twice. But this is early on, I suppose, and build a DEX on the Avalanche chain, build a bridge between. So there's a lot that they're working on and a lot that they're doing at the moment. Do you think that they're adding other tokens? I'm sure, hopefully, that they'll, with these, as these pools increase, that they'll be offering more tokens to bridge between these different chains other than just Relay token.
I think that they will over time, but they're definitely going to have the Relay token have a gamified method to it. I was reading how the Relay token itself later on is going to help reduce bridge transfer fees.
Between Relay token itself or between
Relay token, holding and transferring with Relay token will lower the fees across chains.
But the only thing that you're transferring across chains is Relay token. at the moment.
At the moment, yes.
Okay. So holding it will lower the cost of sending it. Well, I feel that for them to stay competitive, unless there's something else going to go on, that we're going to move on to your next find, which is the next development and iteration, AnySwap. Talk about how this operates.
AnySwap is awesome because it doesn't have the same problem as RelayChain. You can actually pick different tokens, a lot of different stable coins you can choose from. You can choose the different mainnets that you want to swap from, the different tokens, and they change based off of the ecosystem you're bridging to. So certain tokens that might be on the Fantom network that aren't on the Harmony network won't be able to be swapped between the two, but tokens that are across both networks will be able to. So DAI, USDC, generally speaking, Ethereum, things of that nature, and you can swap between any of the different chains. And they actually have two ways that you can swap. They have routers, which are cross-chain. So they don't have to necessarily be Ethereum virtual machine compatible. They're across multiple different chains, whereas bridges are more specific to the Ethereum virtual compatible blockchains.
I dig it, brother. This is a beautiful find. And AnySwap, this is a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more complete. This is where you can go to switch between Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum, Polygon Matic, Avalanche, and more. Fantom Network. What else we've got? We've got Shiden, CeeLo, MoonRiver, Harmony One. So there's just so much. AnySwap is an invaluable resource if you're looking for how to, get out of just Litecoin or Bitcoin or whatever those early. If you've just been sitting on one of those early, easy to get into cryptos, Stella, Monero, something from the Bitcoin ATM, or something that you got from a website from your credit card, you just got this, you're like, you know what, I really want to get involved in these different ecosystems. Well, this is how you can do it through the blockchain using cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. You can just link up your Web 3.0 wallet, which we'll have a video on that coming soon. Web 3.0, MetaMask, Kepler, how you use, store, download, operate, and little tips and tricks, because these are the I guess the toolkit that you need to engage, where it says connect wallet. These are the toolkits that you need to partake in these, but it's so simple. It's like having an email address, right? Well, I mean, like the learning curve, it's once you come up with the password, look where to click this on your browser, and it's that simple. I mean, I've seen pagers, I've seen VCRs, seen it all, man. And if people can figure that out, they can figure this out. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
AnySwap is a beautiful find, great find. I would put this over Relay, but Relay is very valuable for what it's doing itself, and for that reason, its interoperability gives it a play. There you go. There's that. I think that I look at the interoperability of Wise token and its ownerless backed value in ETH, and I find, and it's going so much to do cross chain, but it's different, and that's cool that Relay is providing its own kind of stability of value across these different chains and ecosystems. AnySwap is a great find. Now, you were going to say to people, the difference between a router is you can go from all those different chains to different chains, but some people want to go from Ethereum to another. Oh, I got to switch to the Ethereum network. Some people want to go from Ethereum into different EVM. It's called EVM.
Ethereum virtual machine. And So you could see on that little side there, EVM and PTC. So you can swap between Ethereum virtual compatible machines or Bitcoin compatible networks. And so it's pretty interesting. You can choose between Binance Smart Chain, Shiden, and all of these different ones, Avax, yeah, just all of them.
So AnySwap is pretty neat, and they also have some farms you can check out, a little dashboard to show what you're supplying, because as our liquidity providing video goes into more detail, these DeFi opportunities are built by you, by your friends and family, by the people in these ecosystems that are choosing to not just sit on their paper wallets, but take the value of blockchain crypto and put it out there and let other people make use of it, right? This is truly BYOB, be your own bank. And this is where you lock liquidity up for other people to use it for exchanging, and therefore you get reward. That's the old UniSwap, right? Provide liquidity, get a token, and get fees. So that's pretty neat. One more shout out in the crypto world is the Thorchain, the Rune token. And, you know, it's just another great evolution and growth in the whole blockchain crypto space. This interoperability is allowing value to really, it's allowing chains to grow together. They're lifting each other up. What's neat about Torswap is that you're not getting, like we showed UniSwap in the beginning, you're not getting a wrapped Bitcoin, you're getting native Bitcoin. And you can switch it between other native chains, native Bitcoin Cash, native Bitcoin, native Binance, native Ethereum, not wrapped Ethereum, native Litecoin, a whole bunch of Binance, several Binance BEP2 smart contract tokens, and many ERC20 popular smart contract tokens as well, and growing stable coins too. So this is neat because you get to go right to native assets. AnySwap is neat because you get to go to native assets. And this last one, which you know about, Ryan has shown us this. This is really neat because you go to native assets. However, this is not blockchain built. As I understand, it's a service provided by a group, and there's how it works and all that good stuff. It's meant to find through connections to large centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges the best value through their bots and algorithm. And it's very quick. It's used several times without, but this is not advice, just do your own due diligence. However, it's so far, it's great. It's another great service where you have the wallet yourself and you can scroll through and pick the native token, and you will, swap it out. They do it pretty quickly. So that's neat. Just recently found out when we were looking at this, they got a referral link. So I'll see if I can generate one of those and link that down below. Either way, we're going to leave links to all these. And this was basically, are you looking for your own way outside of centralized exchanges, which are drying up and becoming more and more difficult, to more barriers to entry for people? And are you looking for just a way that you can get more involved in a lot of these different projects? It's hard to find without a centralized exchange how you go from Bitcoin or Dash or Litecoin or Ethereum into Avalanche or Fantom or Harmony or Kusama. So the growth of these, interoperable decentralized exchanges is part of the health of the whole DeFi ecosystem. And if you want to take part in it, obviously you open yourself up to airdrops, rewards, right? People have gotten those just for using ecosystems. There's LP, provide liquidity and generate fees for being the foundation of the banks of the future. And you can farm those LP tokens pretty much. Jacob's going to talk about NFTs and how you can take those NFTs and you can take the value of those NFTs and you can let those work for you and generate a sort of digital asset flow from that. So did I cover pretty much most of it?
That covers pretty much most of it. Yeah.
All right. Well, then, if you enjoy this content, as you know, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll have a how-to on the Web 3.0 wallets coming out soon. But beyond that, we got a lot more content on the different ecosystems that we're going to be kind of really going into the details. So for those of you who are in it and are just now getting into it and would like to learn more, would like to take that wallet and be interactive and have fun with it over the ups and downs, then come join us. And we look forward to sharing the journey with you. Until the next time, have a beautiful day and namaste.